We are getting rolling in game number one, set number one. Here we go. Tilde entering first for Fisher on the Falco, and it's D-Dog on the Steve.
Yeah, Tilde versus D-Dog here. I mean, Tilde, not unfamiliar with Steve, but it is tough when you have a kind of linear recovery. D-Dog is going to try to steal this jump every day of the week because once Falco loses that, Steve has 1,000,001 ways to get that bird into the blast zone. As right now, Tilde is playing it safe, trying to avoid getting caught by one of these up tilts. Finally gets an up tilt of their own. What can Tilde do?
Ooh, I like the idea to throw out the reflector as well, knowing that they might catch the cart instead of that recovery, but D-Dog is able to make it back to stage. Slight percentage differential here. The reflector also kind of poking through that wall that Steve, as a character, likes to build up to kind of farm away, get the blocks that they like on hand. They're contested the ledge for a moment. They'll find a back air. ENT place, looking for a way to catch Falco on the way down, but Tilde not making it easy.
Ooh, that was a little scary right there. Tilde playing high up in the air, outside of D-Dog's burst range, but if D-Dog catches Tilde without resources, that's where it's going to get very scary. Diamond on deck, of course, but D-Dog, I think, maybe not going to utilize it yet, especially when you get that edge guard there on the edge. D-Dog takes the first stock of Tilde, and Tilde not able to close it out with an up tilt back air either. A parry opens up Tilde's defenses again. It's non-stop, Soy.
Just in each other's face, but there's the up tilt to back air. Not able to take the stock quite yet. Should still be able to get back as long as the edge guard doesn't come through, and they will be able to grab the ledge. Up tilt underneath. Good 36%. Land onto Tilde's second stock here. Back to the neutral once more. Reflected cart, and still able to bounce back, get a little bit of damage. Tilde looking for a way to close this stock out, and feels like D-Dog, the defense right now is so solid.
Yeah, just barely avoiding that up smash. D-Dog holding on, not even tools needed, and it's just minecarts. It's just pure pressure right now as D-Dog playing around these stone blocks, but with that frame one disjointed reflector is making it impossible for minecarts, one of Steve's strongest tools, to get really any leeway. I see why Tilde was sent in.
Dangerous spot here. Forward air will connect. The last hitbox, the one with all the knockback, finally comes through. So evening the stock count at 2 apiece now, but still feels like Tilde's got some work to do here with the pressure that D-Dog was able to put on. He's got the diamond equipment now in hand. What can he do with it? Can he try and close the stock out quickly? Falco on the lighter side of the cast, but just continuing to farm away. Get those blocks back. Those blocks were so impactful in that first stock.
Oh man, this is difficult right here. Tilde harassing, and this is one of those matchups where, like, I feel like Steve wins, but Falco's got so many tools to make it more difficult. Like, you can't mine because of that, but back air will close out that stock. Tilde's able to stop D-Dog from mining, stop the mine carts, but can't really fight head-to-head a lot of the time, as D-Dog is demonstrating now.
You gotta be very careful picking and choosing your spots in, and look at all that damage come through. Using the glide to get back, but he doesn't get the move. Gets a great tech on the block. He should be able to recover, but he gets down aired instead. Can he make it back to stage? No, he cannot. Sent down to the depths, and Tilde ties it back up.
Impressive stuff right here. Tilde was taken down round one by Cody last time. Can he close it out here? I don't think D-Dog was even there for their set yesterday, so D-Dog throwing a wrench in the works as the opener right here, but Tilde trying to take back, stopping this momentum. Resources running low, but D-Dog be able to get back into stage, but right back into the vortex. Tilde on a run!
It was a 70% lead that's now down to just 30 after one turnaround aerial. But no strong equipment here for D-Dog to have access to. He's got gold, but he doesn't really have time to go to his box to grab it. 92% on Tilde to the 80 of D-Dog now. One strong hit could make the difference here. Once again, poking away is Tilde, chipping away at this percent lead. Another quick reflector. There's a good forward air, knocking him off stage. D-Dog sneaks underneath his own block to make it back to the ledge. Can he get out of the corner here? Projectile after projectile just being bounced back, and now we're in basically a tie game.
Uh-oh. Caught by that one, and that jump's gonna get called out hard. Jump being the only way Tilde had back onto the stage. D-Dog well aware of that fact, spiking them into the blast zone, and that will be Stony Brook taking the initial lead right here over Fisher College. If you're using the minecart as a whiff punish, well, then Jackal will be able to not be able to react any better than anyone else. But you also have to deal with that transcendent projectile. That means it goes through basically anything. That wolf laser, yet another tool to keep D-Dog from getting resources, as Jackal is able to get the initial opening.
Not a good chance there. Wow, up tilt clanking with up smash. What a crazy trade that was. They both end up.
Spaceys.
Oh boy, there's a good combo. Immediate up B. No tech though. Does he live? No, it doesn't have the height, and that's just going to be it. D-Dog will fall. Jackal closing that stock out just a minute into the match, and we're back to a tied game.
Ooh, it looks like Vanchi is going to be the counter pick against Jackal here. A lot of opportunity to interrupt Wolf's recovery. Leaf Shield is going to prevent a lot of Wolf's semi-true combos from really getting started. So we're going to see how this plays out here.
Going to PS2 for the first time today. We'll see who comes out on top here in this tie game, 9 stocks apiece. But remember, Stony Brook's got to take 3 of these crew battles in order to secure the grand finals, whereas Fisher, they only need 2. But right now, Vanchi eating a ton of damage, up to 96% here, as Jackal looking for another opening. Trying to hit him there, dash attack underneath, another neutral air connecting. But it is just damage after damage, these neutral airs being well-spaced, well-timed, and no real easy opportunity for Vanchi to kind of find their own opening.
The way Jackal is ledge trapping, they're not committing to back airs that much, but they're constantly being like, I have the threat of back air to end this stock at any point. Because a stray hit is all Wolf needs at this point in the game, at this percent. And Vanchi is well aware of that, trying to stay outside of Wolf's burst range. Even a dash attack almost took it home, Soy.
166 is a ton of damage. Neutral air will eventually do the trick. Took up till about 170 or so, but there's just not much Vanchi can do in that moment. A quick combo, 2 forward airs. Jackal, I think, also very aware of kind of what he can get away with in terms of multi-hit combos, right? 2 aerials and then immediately dips. Doesn't want to be reversed upon, especially by a character like Mega Man.
Certainly not, especially off stage like that. Ooh, Jackal heading up into the sky. But again, Jackal is really good at escaping this disadvantage state. An off stage throw, an opportunity for an edge guard. Saw Blade perhaps, but no, just looking for the ledge trap instead. But Jackal has been in these situations time and time again. A whiffed grab is the only opening that Jackal needs as they're fighting their way back into this. A back air is not enough to quite take it yet, but this is getting a little bit dire straits for the side of Vanchi, almost down yet another stock. And these grabs out of shield are just not whiffing. Jackal's spacing is just too good.
Ooh, up smash out of shield will do it. That's 2 stocks down off of Vanchi, sitting at 136. They've got to find a way to take this stock off the board. They're looking for these aerials to do the trick, but so far, no dice. Right now, Vanchi trying to find another grab here, cannot do so. Lasers interrupting, getting some damage, but eventually they'll get their own up smash out of shield, and that will do the trick, knocking 1 off the board of Jackal, but still a long way back. Dash attack underneath on 3rd one here. Can't find the next, and nearly a forward tilt afterward. Jackal, I mean, they're starting to smell blood in the water.
Ooh, forward tilt. This is looking good. Down smash, or down air, not going to do it either. Up smash. This is looking like Vanchi just fishing for any combo starter, because at this low percent, a lot of things aren't safe on hit, and if not safe on hit, that means Jackal can punish you right there. Vanchi off the side, only taking 1 stock, and this is what we're talking about. If there's ever an imbalance in stocks, all of a sudden Fisher just starts the snowball going. Yeah, it's Cody plays at a pace that not a lot of players can keep up with. Is going to just be methodically taking control of this. Historically, Swordies have always thrived on Hollow Bastion due to the fact that if they control the underside of this platform, they control basically the whole stage. Peach has a similar thing to that, where that middle platform becomes her castle. If she has control of it, Jackal has a very limited amount of room to control. So Jackal always wants to try to evict Cody before they lose too much stage presence.
So many quick aerials, though, it's going to be difficult to do. Right now, things pretty even off the start here in terms of percent. Jackal just barely ahead in the mid-50s range, but now back air comes through off of the grab. Jackal her way back to stage. They get the neutral air on the turnip and the forward tilt as well, so they're able to fight through to get back to center stage. Try and throw a projectile back, but still won't be able to connect. Cody, stage once more, air dodge caught by the forward tilt. Jackal playing really clean, avoiding or forcing a lot of these defensive options, but get grabbed once more. Back throw off stage. Can Cody clean up this edge guard? Nope. Again, the catch on the turnip from Jackal, finding ways to survive.
Yeah, Cody drifting in, able to use that impeccable off-stage movement to avoid any lasers, any chip damage. But once again, a grab puts you in an edge guard position, forces you to use those floats to get back in, but a dash attack will fight right back in. These two characters who killed others so early are living the ludicrous percents of dash attack will finally be the closing move for Jackal.
I was gonna say, at the beginning that I felt like it was gonna be such a fast-paced matchup, but you're right. When the characters get into the red here, both have to play so cautious, so carefully. Dot Eyes comes out but doesn't find the mark, and now the combos here with the platform extension as well. Patience there from Jackal gets even more damage on the board, but a neutral air will eventually take down Jackal's second stock.
But not before you're out of that early percent where counter hits are so much scarier. Now, a nair forward tilt, another edge guarding situation, just goes for the hard read. Jackal putting the fear of Jackal into Cody, but Cody is not phased yet, even though they're aware. Okay, Jackal, you're getting a little silly with it. I understand the opportunity, but you might have just given Cody a free stock as Jackal has been put through the blender right now. Turnip throw out of stage, carried across, back air to confirm, and that's Cody with the mechanic to clean out Jackal's second stock and put Stony Brook back into the running at only a slight disadvantage.
Can't afford that death by 1,000 cuts play style, as right now Mr. E looking for the opening. They found the first hit, but you're immediately forced to the corner. This is where you said things can get a little tricky. Projectiles galore here. Those turnips can really make the difference.
Ooh, interesting opening with that side B, but the Dancing Blade not going to do a whole lot. Mr. E trapped, cornered, and not really getting that neutral win you wanted to see, especially as you're barely able to get back on stage fighting to control Hallow Bastion. But this is Cody putting on a clinic on how to invalidate Lucina's incredibly powerful neutral tools.
Turnip in hand for Mr. E. Can they use it? Yes, they do actually to get back to the stage there. Good drop off to knock Peach away, but it will be the back air to come through and seal away that stock. Only 58% here, so still a lead here for Fisher, but the stock count back to even, and it can be quickly neutralized yet again. Another turnip in hand. The longer Cody plays, I always keep this in the back of my mind when I'm seeing Peach, it feels like the number of turnips they pull, you're due for another kind of change up. We've already seen 2 Dot Eyes on their time on screen. Curious to see if like a Mr. Saturn or a Bomb appears as well, but right now, both players trending into the red. Just above 100 now is Cody. Mr. E will find a forward smash to regain the lead.
A hard call out on the landing, but a hard call out is exactly what Mr. E needed. And I was looking back, and Mr. E was actually counter-picked by Cody yesterday. So this might be a little bit of a grudge match we're seeing play out here as Mr. E is holding on to this stock. It's about even. Mr. E looking to hold on, air dodge in immediately to get the range they needed to get back in, but even a trade is not enough to save them. Peach getting right through those disjoints consistently, and the punish game is here, but Mr. E fighting back.
This stock feels like everything right now for Stony Brook to give Cody a chance to maybe dip into that last pool for Fisher College on that last member, but if Mr. E can shut down Cody, then they have a chance to take a massive lead the other way. Who can come up with this stock right now? It's Mr. E with the 30% lead, 80 to 54 right now. But Cody, they found their opening, cutting into that percentage, but they're stuck in the corner. They find a combo opener for a moment, but not quite. Down tilt into forward air. Mr. E has to recover, and they make it back to stage. The crowd will catch them, but they won't die quite yet. Fading down with them to follow through. Cody will take out Mr. E, and the Seawolves regain the lead.
We'll see how this ends up faring. Cody going to be in the fight of their life here against one of probably, no, I'm just gonna say it, the best player in the collegiate scene.
Nose to the grindstone. Sonics trying to take one stock off of Cody here. Can they do so without dropping one of their own. Do not want to give up an early stock or big early combo. Cody's momentum can be big as well. They find a good opening here. Quick 31 dealt back, but homing attack immediately racking up the damage. Good forward tilt as well. Gets the grab. Oh no, it's thrown off with the jabs as well. 40% here onto Sonics. They're able to weave away. Dash attack underneath. Cody's already up to 93.
Oh man, it feels like Cody's playing a bullet hell right now, and it's not looking too pretty. Fighting their way in, avoiding that with the spin dash. Cody not caught by anything too crazy, but this chip damage is crazy. One bad hit now, and Cody's 1 stock is down, and we're on to a 3 stock to 3 stock final match. But Sonics doesn't get the close right there, even at 152%. As they're waiting, watching, an opportunity right here in edge guard, but Sonics just goes way over Cody's head.
Ooh, caught by the back air though, tried to jump at a shield and it will not do. Sonics takes down the stock of Cody and ties this game up at 3 stocks apiece. This Squirtle has to come through in the clutch, and it's a Pokemon that I feel like, you know, when we think of Quid, we think of the Ivysaur and the way he can combo on it. But the Squirtle, we've seen them rack up plenty of damage. The one thing is that they can't really use those smash attacks, but offstage interaction to start here. Kind of crazy back and forth there, but it is Sonics in the lead off the start here. A little bit, 20%.
They're chasing each other all over, Soy. Up and down, round and round this platform. Only the tiniest little tippy taps of hits, but that's really all you need at the end of the day. Sonics with a dash attack almost catches the air dodge, but I love Sonics not committing there. Just noting in that little mental black book, quit air dodge there. Because next time, that could just be a forward smash and an early stock at 60.
And Quid's sitting here at 97, and they are not switching at all here to Ivysaur, so they are playing a dangerous game, but they know they need to get mileage out of this character in order to stand a better chance. Don't want to switch too early or in the wrong spot. They find a down tilt. Can't find a second, though. Converted on, but don't find the back air. Sonics was looking to change things up, but won't be able to connect that final hit. Another trade here, Quid up to 105. And remember, most collegiate PTs, they change at this rate, or well before, but now they switch to Ivysaur. And there's the spring to interrupt that tether recovery. They don't find the up air underneath. Found a parry at first, but still got hit by the lingering hitbox. And Sonics with a substantial lead now.
Quid gets an up air, a juggle opportunity, but Sonics' superior air mobility gets them out of the dire straits, but put off stage again. Quid looking for an opportunity, but it will be Sonics in the DBZ moment to take it home. Sonics with a slight lead over Quid.
Odd trade there, but one that Sonics will gladly take as he eliminates the first stock off of Quid. And now it's back to the Squirtle and immediately thrown off stage. Now the switch forward air, tether recovery once more, 120 onto Sonics. Ivysaur's got plenty of kill power. I almost said Venusaur because they're going to have to level up if they want to take this grand final. But here we go, 133% here. And Sonics again, playing patient, sitting on the far side of that platform, the full extension of that Razor Leaf, knowing the distance, measuring it out, but an up throw won't kill quite yet.
Cool. Sends them off stage. Tether recovery is exploitable, but Sonics isn't going to go for it. Quid is too high in the air to commit to anything. Too many options, and Sonics does not take losing options. So Quid has to force them. When they do, they take a stock.
See if they switch off a Charizard here at the low percents. Haven't really used this character today. Looking for any kind of change up to try and shift this momentum. Up B's back to the ledge, but the up air will clip. Now thrown off stage. The immediate back air is air dodged away. Smart play by Sonics, well timed as well. 72% on Quid. Trade again here. Sonics able to make their way back to the stage. Now this Charizard kind of trapped here. They're going to play defense for a while, but they do find an opening only for a moment, though. Sonics immediately turning things around in their favor.
Quid looking a little scary right there, but nothing too strong. Using those multiple jumps to try to land, but that back air is called out. A switch at the last moment, but they're not able to make it back to stage. Sonics' pressure was just too much. Too many springs being dropped down. Quid couldn't navigate their way back on. Sonics with a clean lead. Could this be Fisher at match point?
Sonic's doing such a good job of edge guarding. The fact that Ivysaur, the big character for Quid, gets mitigated by spring on recovery because it's a tether. But oh no, that up B is going to get punished. A little bit of damage. Every little bit matters here. Quid knows they need something to bring this back, but they get caught off stage once more. Another back air. I believe they still have their jump and they'll use it, but they're caught.
All the way off.
Up B, still able to make it back though. 63% in the process. They're looking for a way to take this stock, but they get back thrown again. Sonic's playing so good on the outskirts of this stage. Another forward tilt will reset them.
Those quick moves, so good at catching the neutral get-ups. You're not getting caught by a forward smash yet, but you're eating damage, you're eating back airs. It's only a matter of time. Jab, once again, sending them off stage. Quid's played this game 5 times in a row now. Sonics just will not let them back on with the 2-frame, but it doesn't really matter as this back throw, not quite gonna do it yet. The kill sparks are almost there, though.
One more should do it. They don't find a grab. The jab's on shield. Quid has to play so perfect here, and he's just running out of time. Homing attack nearly killed at 178. They're still able to make it back, but it's a forward tilt that will do the trick, and Sonics takes the first set for Fisher. They're on to series point.
D-Dog on the Corin versus Jackal on the Wolf. A disjointed matchup that Jackal has navigated through time and time again. We'll see if Jackal is able to find a way through this armor and edge guard D-Dog into the blast zone.
See how practiced D-Dog is as well, right? To change characters on the day of Grand Finals. Well, you gotta be ready, after playing that series with Steve instead. But so far, things are relatively even off the start here. About 10% separate them, but Jackal's found their first opening. Into a grab, don't find the back air. Low recovery by D-Dog, just not even dealing with the potential edge guard from Jackal. They're able to kind of keep Wolf above them, getting some good damage, working into a percent lead here. But Ebb Attack doesn't find the march. They tried to counter there, I believe, but won't be able to connect anything. Back airs again, thrown out a little bit more frequently by Jackal this time around.
Yeah, I love that immediate laser to cover high recoveries, but back air from the ledge, spacing out, will be enough to take that initial stock. Jackal on the back foot, which is not what we saw in the initial match.
Good parry. It's a down tilt with the up tilt as well. Every little bit of damage matters. Footstool up B nearly kills from center stage. Tricky move, but D-Dog able to survive, but they won't be able to get back this time. The roll gets caught by the up smash that scoops, and Jackal ties it up at 2 stocks apiece.
Ooh, and this is a little bit interesting. Jackal went on a 5-stock run last time. D-Dog only got 3. So if it is D-Dog putting a stop to this, who else from Fisher is going to step up and make up that big stock differential, as D-Dog is making it very difficult for Jackal to get an opening. These two players also do play a lot, so I wonder if this is maybe even a counter pick that D-Dog is known for.
Oh, that up B is ill-advised, though. Down smash. Not going to be able to take the stock quite yet. 75, make it 81. Now with the grab, back throw instead. Huge stock here for D-Dog. If he can take a 2-stock lead headed into this next game, that could be everything to kind of reset and give Stony Brook the momentum that they need to stay alive in this series. But still, plenty of work to be done. Jackal's at 67 here. Falling up air, won't find the mark. Rolls behind, side B in. Won't kill quite yet, but the up B will be contested, and Jackal will take the trade to tie things up.
I love that trade. Oh my gosh, Jackal, beautiful. As Jackal is able to find their way in here, extending with the up tilt, calls out that down air as well. Extension after extension, puts D-Dog off stage. This is looking like an even game, Soy, out of nowhere.
My goodness, after all that momentum D-Dog had, like you said, it's dead even, but Jackal's now in a bit of trouble, but they find their way back to stage. They find a neutral air as well. D-Dog's in the corner, has to shield a forward smash as well, finding a way to dance through on the side B, and it's falling up air to do the trick of all things. D-Dog will stay alive and give Stony Brook the lead. 1 stock for D-Dog. Can he extend the lead for Stony Brook? Unable to last time, despite taking a lead. This time, he's going up against Tilde second. Trying to reset on that platform. Interesting move to use the reflector, but not too much gained from it. That being said, early advantage to Tilde. They find the up tilt into a few up airs. They get the neutral air as well. Doesn't drag them all the way down, but it's still a significant chunk of percentage landed.
Oh, and what a call out. Tilde with an early parry showing immediately. Oh my god, the extension with the footstool into a spike, into a back air. You're not on stream, Tilde? Well, you are on stream, but not your stream. And now Tilde has got us an even score line right there with a nice little Twitter clip to boot. Right, so Banshee coming in, going to be getting the immediate opening, but Tilde just with the counter hit. That's what we're talking about. A lot of things not safe against such a fast-paced character. They are 73% almost immediately, and if Tilde gets an opening at the ledge, which they do, then it could be even a little scarier. But Banshee's not even going to get back. That was a 0 to death.
Wow. I mean, barely scratched on it, but just unfortunate there for Banshee. I think he just kind of waits too long to do all those recovery options. That side B maybe stalling him out just for too long. So a stock gifted away, and that is a tough spot to be in. So he's going to have to find something. Oh, I like the idea to go for that forward smash. Reflector actually catching a little bit of that up air, so it will do a little bit of chip damage. Leaf Shield now online. Tilde able to perfectly time that air dodge around the up air. But I like how close Banshee is playing. Although it's a little bit dangerous, he is pressuring Tilde. But that being said, you mess up once, and it leads to the combo game.
Banshee pressing on shield, but Tilde still with the lead, still getting in, takes a down air, but keeps on trucking, gets an up tilt, keeps on going. Tilde is off stage, forced into the Firebird for the first time, and yet it doesn't even matter. Banshee's not in a position to punish. Tilde is putting on a clinic of how passive pressure can win so many neutral options.
Leaf Shield completely mitigated by that Reflector as well, so Banshee can't safely approach. Still, both players trending above 100 here. 124 to 103. Blade connects, but can't find the quick forward air. It's a good move, but it will be punished.
Ooh.
The up smash out of shield. Another trick from Tilde. Takes another stock, and he might have another opening. Pressure on the platform. Up tilts galore, and forward smash gets reflected as well. Banshee's eaten 47% on their last stock here. They've got to find something, but they've lost their Saw Blade. They try for another up smash. Won't be able to do anything. 56, make it 70.
Oh
the
my
Reflector's
gosh.
doing so much work in this matchup.
I take everything back I've ever said, Soy. That Reflector is broken. Tilde is broken. And that was not harassment. That was not irritation. That was invalidation of every tool in Banshee's kit, one after another after another. Tilde has done the most out of anyone. Taken the most stocks. Yeah, your stats are padded. But more than that, Tilde will also have, well, like, I feel like Sonics and Quid almost cancel each other out, so they don't really have as much impact because they're just focused on each other. Tilde is this X factor here in the second game, and if they manage to take more stocks than Jackal, I gotta give it to them, as they're putting on an argument right now, going back and forth, but Tilde with that strong punish game, with that harassment, trying to chase down Danny Zura.
Danny's gonna need an MVP performance for themselves to help bring this back for Stony Brook. So far, things even off the start. Once again, 70 to 60 in terms of percent. Now Tilde trying to find a way back on stage. Anvil will connect. 106 onto the bird, but won't be able to do too much there as Tilde again able to make it back to stage. I like the idea there to go for the up B into up smash, but won't be able to quite connect as they didn't get the up B hitbox. Still a dangerous situation. Up throw instead into an up air. They don't die off the top.
Oh my
but they
gosh!
will track them down with a forward air. They stayed off stage for so long, but that bird can certainly fly.
Yeah, Tilde following way far out there. A lot of obstacles up, but one up tilt beats the other. Not something I'm usually used to seeing, as Danny is being harassed by their own minecarts. They're trying to throw out some spacing back airs, but every time those back airs are answered by a reflector. I will grant them this is a very close game, closer than what we saw previously, but even so, this is getting a little bit tricky, a little bit too close for comfort right now. And oh my gosh, they're off stage.
So dangerous when that reflector is constantly present. The biggest thing for me right now is that Danny, you look at the block resources, he's already down to 2. Has to spend some time chipping
With
away,
enough
farming away, but tried to sneak in underneath with that cart, but still will not be able to take the stock. That cart doesn't even find a kill yet.
This is a genuine question for me, and I know I'm the analyst, but I'm wondering if Danny, who has had their carts reflected consistently every single time, with the block gimp right there too, takes a stock. But if they do the minecart in the other direction, will Tilde send it straight into them? I don't think so, but like, with how much Tilde is reflecting that minecart, I feel like it's a fair question to ask, because that's a strong tool that has been taken from your arsenal. Tilde on the already has actually taken the most stocks out of anyone.
Wow, just no fear. Goes off stage for that forward air to take the stock and doesn't even care that the minecart is about to come out. Sneaks underneath, gets the hitbox, and just like that, a 2-to-1 stock lead and massive advantage for the Fisher Falcons. Now they're in the blender here. Up tilt, up air, forward air to knock them away. Danny trying to recover, gets down tilted into a back air. They're up to 99. They have to use the glide. They'll sneak underneath, goes for the ledge.
Oh my
gets
gosh!
connected on the side B. Reflectors out as well. Pressure on shield. It is just relentless effort from Tilde. They will not die. They will find the up smash, and down goes Danny.
Right, 2 stocks on Tilde, 3 on Steve, and already Tilde has slipped underneath the aerial pressure and is putting the work on to Steve.
Got the grab too.
Gosh.
I thought it was going to be Steve who got the grab, but instead it's Tilde, faster on the button, faster on the trigger, and faster on the day right now. They find the down air into a turnaround forward air as well. They knock Steve away, forward air once again. Early side B forced there, right? Could not afford to just hold on and wait and up B, but now maybe a chance to turn things around. Goes for the jab, and I like the idea there to go for that lingering last hit, but weaving around it was Tilde, and now it's 2 stocks apiece. Stony Brook down to their final 2 of potentially of this tournament. Tilde trying to end it here and now. Oh, I like the idea there again to play patient on that platform, but it's just too elusive from Tilde.
Staying right outside this burst range, even with a full drift forward reverse nair, Steve just can't quite catch them. As Tilde goes to ledge, looking for an opportunity, and there it is, the forward air. What do they get off of it? Catches the jump as well. No jump on Nike, might as well be dead. Interrupts the side B too, and air dodge to stage. A clutch recovery move, but Tilde was there to cover it.
Just barely escaping death in that instance, and now tracking them down so cleanly. 73% onto the Ike, looking for an opportunity. They'll find the up B, but not the full hitbox. They fall out of it. Everything going Tilde's way on Championship Sunday right now.
Oh, drag down with the nair too. Back airs galore, interrupting this recovery. Going for the spike too. I didn't even think they needed to. Just for the love of the game, Soy.
Oh my goodness, all the confidence. They try run up smash too. They're already off stage. They try and spike them, but it's over just like that. Tilde goes on a run, and the Fisher Falcons will claim the East Regional Grand Finals.